Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw. I'm here at Virtuoso Travel Week, as I always am every August, and I'm here with a good friend of mine, Virginia Irurita, who is, I say that right?
You said it perfectly.
I said it perfectly, which is weird. I've known her for years, but I always stumble over it a little bit, like my name. And we're so who is she? She's the founder and owner of Made for Spain and Portugal. And I've been lucky enough to travel with her a few times. Amazing, puts together amazing trips, and she is celebrating a special anniversary, and we're going to talk to her about that and a whole lot more about what her company does and how it can help you and your clients. And you're going to find out about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Virginia, first of all, it's great as always. I always see you here, but I also see you everywhere. Let's talk a little bit about Made for Spain and Portugal. And what's the anniversary you're celebrating?
25 years. It's unbelievable.
It's gone by so quickly, right?
It's gone by quickly because we have been traveling like crazy and having travelers enjoying our countries for 25 years.
It's pretty amazing. Now, let's take you back 25 years ago. When did you decide to start this company, and why?
It was 99. I was working in Citibank, bored to death. Those years you don't...
What, you don't find banking interesting?
Those years everybody thought banking was fabulous. And how could I leave a bank to go to do a travel company? And now everybody's leaving banks and doing, working in hotels.
You were ahead of your time, I think.
Well, it was like really the vocation to serve the country with travelers. So, it was perfect. It changed our life, but I hope the working of the company has really changed the life of many travelers because we've been able to share.
Absolutely, and you doing a marvelous start. And how did you start initially? What was the impetus? You said I want to do this, but it's kind of like, oh, yeah, I want to do this, but how did you do it?
Well, it was hard because I had no idea. I never studied tourism. So what I began doing is doing the trips as I was doing the trips for my friends, for my, you always have a friend that has a castle.
Well, I don't know about what circles you live in, but I don't have a friend who has a castle, but I guess you had that, right?
Because you're American. You don't have castles here. But a castle, a winery, something. So I began calling friends to put things together, and we still do the same. It's working very well.
But now the company is a lot bigger, right?
Yep. I was working hard 1 year, and then I realized, I'm a social animal. So I called one of my best friends to join me. So we are two owners. I'm in charge of creating the product and selling, and Alonso, my business partner, is the boss. He's the one running the company. And, it's working very well. But the entire world has changed. The traveling interests have changed.
In what way?
It's funny because it's great. You realize just by reading feedback. I used to get emails saying, "Oh, Virginia, the trip was great. The Sagrada is incredible. The Gulbenkian Museum in Lisbon was unbelievable." That was the old times. Now it's like, I met that fisherman. Thank you very much.
So it's more personalization. It's not just the sites. It's the interaction with the local people, right?
And the lifestyle. It's enjoying how we live. And it's true. You and I, when we go somewhere, we want to see the real thing. Not just speaking. When I began the company, I realized when you travel, you speak to drivers, guides, and concierges, which is fabulous. But when you're traveling with us, clients have the possibility and the opportunity to speak to many more people. So, I think that's the magic of traveling.
That's what people look for now. They want the local experience. And how did you develop the content? Because I have to admit, I was coming through Spain. I was going into Madrid, and I thought I got a couple days to kill, but I totally said I can call Virginia. I call Virginia. She gets me set up with everything. Literally, I got the new Four Seasons hotel, and then you furnished me with a wonderful guide. It became a friend. Now he's a Facebook friend, and he gave me my first. Because I actually in all these years I'd never been to Madrid. and that was horrendous. But one of those things. But you were the person who introduced me to Madrid. We had dinner, and then later in the year we had a group of travel advisors, and we did the same thing. So you really you can put it all together. How do you develop that network?
I'm Spanish. I'm Spanish. I began the company as Made for Spain, and in 2014 I realized it was a need for Portugal.
And Portugal's lovely, right?
I was, working 2 years. We were working very hard to get the same level of products we have in Spain, and then we launched Made for Spain and Portugal, the new brand, and it's working beautifully. I told my mother, and she said, it's about time. My grandmother was from Porto, so she was like really waiting for that.
So now you do both, and you have all these contacts throughout. You know almost every luxury hotelier in Spain. You have wonderful guides, and really can put it all together. So you tailor-made these experiences for depending on the client, right?
Exactly, depending on the client and what we are, we are what I call an honest DMC. The world is changing, Europe is changing, the way, travelers find our countries when they come is changing. And just as an example, when we do a Pinchos tour in San Sebastian, most companies will be calling a company doing Pinchos tours in San Sebastian. We don't, we have our own people. So the person taking my clients Pinchos in San Sebastian will take them to fabulous places in the old quarter where we go, and after a couple of pinchos she will say, okay, this is great food, tons of foreigners here, you want to stay here, you want to go where we go now.
Oh, so you give them, you take them to the real places, right?
Yeah.
Not the real place, the places that really you wouldn't think of, the places that people want to go to because they want the insider knowledge, right?
Well, and they have the chance, to really see it. And I think my grandfather was a fabulous traveler, crazy, I think, it's in our DNA. And he kept saying that the magic of travel is visiting places, getting to know people in places, and then coming back. Then when you come back, you see how places evolved and how the mentality of the locals change and the lifestyle change. So, we are doing that. We are showing, taking the clients to really get to see how we live, and how we are changing, and the landscape in Europe is changing.
Oh, absolutely, and that's why I keep going back to Europe. I mean, there's some countries I just never been to, and everybody says, well, you haven't been there. I said, well, I do go returning to see that. I mean, I grew up a little bit in Europe, so every time I go back, it's different, but it's also the same in a way. It's different, there's new stuff going on, but I like to kind of remind myself of places too, right?
Yeah, and also, these years that everything is, everywhere is so busy, I think it's the right time to travel with a local company, with somebody planning the trip for you, so you enjoy, but you are not with the masses everywhere. And also, the new way of traveling, people have other interests. So it's very good because we are able to take them to the heart of the cities. Of course, they are there. They're in Madrid, they want to visit the Prado, but maybe see the top 15 masterpieces. And then maybe going out there to see the countryside, to the small village, tastings of food. It's a lot more fun, I think. I mean, I like it more now.
Yeah, no, it is beautiful. Because I think there's a certain more sophistication, even in the luxury travel space, of travelers who have already seen a lot of the sites, and now they want to get down to the local. Obviously, food's a big deal. Definitely, I mean, Spain has been all of us.
And wine.
And wine. Well, that goes together. But they really they want to experience that local flavor. And Spanish cuisine has just been, everyone's suddenly aware of it, which it wasn't. It used to be Italy, France, and now Spain is in an ascendancy because of famous chefs and things like that. And people know that, and they want to experience that, right?
Yeah. They announced the list of the top restaurants in the world a few weeks ago, and it was very touching for me to see of the top 25 are in Spain, and of the top 5, 3 are in Spain. But let me tell you, in Portugal, don't miss it. I know exactly what you're talking about. I love Portuguese wine too. Amazing. So you got these great destinations, and they're being kind of discovered and rediscovered, and you can do it through Virginia's company. Now, what are you doing to celebrate 25 years? Oh, we're doing a beautiful party. I wanted it to take place in Lisbon, but at the end it was easier to take place in Madrid. So what we are doing is a beautiful 1 full day celebration with many friends, 200 people, at the Portugal Embassy in Madrid. So we'll be in Portugal. but we'll be in Madrid.
There you go. So that's actually an interesting out to get both of them there. That's great. You told me about it before, and you invited me. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I can't make that one. I really wanted to be there because you are such an incredible host and an incredible set things up so wonderfully. So I'm very upset that I can't be there, but I do wish you have a wonderful party and with all your friends around. And really, you've been we've been hanging out at this Virtuoso conference and others for quite some time now. And I did finally get the chance to use your services, and you do a wonderful job. And really, if you get a chance, you got to get in touch with Virginia, because she's going to set your clients up everything they want to do, local experience, different experiences, and maybe some things that you didn't. I want to see the museums in Madrid, but if you see it with her guide, it's a lot different. And that was the beauty of it. I mean, it wasn't like just waiting and talking about one picture. He took me around everywhere. He explained things to me that I didn't know. I'm not, I know a little bit about art. And the fact is, I still have one more museum to go, so I got to come back and explore that one. I didn't get a chance to do that one, but I definitely like to go back to Madrid. But honestly, I want to go to other places with you, because there are so many other places in Spain that I'm saying, wow, I've never done that. So, first of all, congratulations on 25 years.
Thank you.
Your company is awesome. And again, what's the URL? How did they get in touch with you?
Madeforspainandportugal.com. But let me just say something, James.
Okay.
I'm just the face of a fabulous team.
Okay.
We do the magic, but we're 45 people doing the magic, and I have the best partner. So, it's not magical. It is because it's magical. It's magical because there's lots of work behind and lots of people caring for the travelers. So,
And I know that, but honestly, when I want something in Spain, I call this lady, and it magically happens. And yes, you have a great team behind you, and they do a wonderful job, but you know so much about this, and obviously they respond, and they do a wonderful job. They all have the same love of travel that you do.
Yeah, it's like passion. When your work is your passion, it's not work anymore. You just love it.
That's why we're all in this business. Absolutely.
It's the vocation of being ambassadors of our, Portugal and Spain, to really share our culture. We believe we have a fabulous lifestyle. We want everybody to know the happiness of our people, and enjoying friends and family and food and wine and the discovery together.
Well, I go to Spain and Portugal. I just want to stay there, to be honest with you, because it's amazing. Virginia, again, congratulations on 25 years. I hope this conference went well for you. And also, good luck with this upcoming festival in Madrid to celebrate your 25 years in business. And I do hope I can get back to Spain and Portugal soon, and we can get together. Although we'll probably see each other on the road somewhere else, maybe not Spain and Portugal in the meantime. But again, congratulations, and thank you very much for taking the time during this busy week.
Thank you very, very much. And all this happens because we work with a fabulous team of travel agents. So, this is together. It doesn't work if it is not together.
You're absolutely right. I'm James Schillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.